After a wet Auckland visit, we're off to Muriwai Beach for some sun and some sand and some swimming. Note the slip. The following week this road was completely closed when two houses slipped down and two firemen lost their lives.
Hopefully no more rain, otherwise we'll have to stay down here.
Rail's capacity for destruction was smashed to smithereens last night. And this morning,
So here we are at Muriwai Beach. And the sun is shining. Oh, there's quite a few people over here.
Here we are on Muriwai Beach, one of the west coast beaches on the North Island. So we've got the patrol out today, swim between the flags, so that's what we're going to do. And you'll be able to tell by how loud we scream how cold it is. It'll be interesting to see if it's not as cold as Kilgore or St Clair, but who knows.
Time's here to test the water. Oh, she's fresh, but not bad actually. Here's the kitchen, the shower units. There seems to be quite a percentage of people up here is semi-permanent. I'll give you a hand. Look at the other side. Yeah, the sun. Okay, this morning before we head away, we'll have a look at the gannet colony that's here. There's a track that goes up the hill. So I've just got my camera here for a bit of a close-up, see if we can get the picture of all the gannets.
So we're here at the Muriwai Regional Park, based out of Auckland Council. We're just saying there's no camping here. Any camping is on the
Yeah, there's strong rips and currents. Deep holes and large waves. So it's up the steps we go.
After a steepish walk up the hill, we turned the corner and wow, here there was probably about 500 gannets, so they're really close. There were 3 or 4 different viewing platforms and well worth the walk up the steep hill.
The colony can be up to 2,000 birds out of the 50,000 that are around New Zealand. Muriwai is one of 3 mainland colonies. Cape Kidnappers and Farewell Spit are the others, but there are also around 50 colonies in total. After a walk, it's time for a cup of coffee and a milkshake. We're on the road again. We're heading to Whangarei.
Helensville, and you might remember Helensville was John Key's electorate, and when we came through here last time it was a lot smaller, but it's pretty buzzing actually.
There's the school.
Got it off then. Bumper traffic on it.
at Waipu Cove and we've just done a bit of a change in the camper because we can, which is quite handy. And we're going to go and have a look at the beach. Alright, we'll turn the alarm on. What's up?
Forward the kids between Waipu and Waipu Cove on Christmas. We did a campsite and swam on Christmas Day up here. I don't think they've ever forgotten it.
There's the flags up here. You want your glasses?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It's quite leery, but
Still got my Crocs
well,
on.
I've got my wave shoes.
I'm going to take my Crocs off.
Okay. Where's he gone? Here he is.
2, 1, go!
Very refreshing.
How's that?
Not cold.
Waves way out there look too big for me. This will do, right here. Yeah. So we arrived at Whangarei. The news is not so good because after the swimming at Waipu Cove, the camper wouldn't take off very fast. Lost all power. Anyway, on observation we found that there was water or air in the fuel filter. So we booked it in with Johnson Automotive there in Whangarei, but we had to wait 5 days for this to be done. Anyway, we thought we'd enjoy it by staying at the Whangarei camping ground, somewhere nice and close where we can get into town without using the camper. If we want to go further afield, we can always use the bikes. So here we are for 5 days. Amanda's up there, we just go down the footpath. So do you want to go to that countdown, are we? First.
Okay.
We're at Whangarei for an ice cream. Main Street. They've made a really nice job of doing up the main street. Here, I'll show you. So this is what they're trying to do in Dunedin a little bit. So you're one way. In fact, there's only foot traffic through that last part. Cars have to go around there to the right.
Here we are at the lights ready to cross, but Russell's going to point the camera over to the new Hunter Centre in Whangarei, almost a centrepiece of this redevelopment. It was opened a year ago with money from the Provincial Growth Fund.
So it's not actually open now, is it? Oh well, I'll follow you. Go down here and round, you on the left somewhere.
They could have developed all this waterfront down here, like we'll sit right out over the edge there. Can't spot a week.
Pretty nice. Barbecue areas by the water here. Plenty of nice picnic spots. Looks for a nice playground for the kids to all play on, look. Well, it's getting late, so it's time to go home, or back to the camper. So we've had another warm day in Whangarei, which is not unusual because the whole of New Zealand is still hot at the moment, but we are expecting our first good rainfall at 3 o'clock. Had a nice get up very slowly, and we're just going to get the wee bikes out and go down and find a cycle track down around town this morning. I think we're going to go to a chemist shop and got to get more jam, that's right, from the supermarket. I've just come down the foreshore to the Clapham's National Clock Museum. Amanda's just going in to see how much it is.
2 adults, yep. 20. And so just take card payment. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So where is home? Dunedin.
Welcome.
Yeah.
All of these collections are just set up on a display table because we'll still meet some visitors. Oh, I've been.
So we're just defining what a clock is. A grandfather clock is 6 foot 6 inches or over. Grandmother is 5 foot 6 to 6 4'6", and a granddaughter 3 foot to 4'6". Never knew that.
So I guess that's the granddaughter down there.
Yeah, see. So I'm standing here with Archibald Clapham, who created this museum by living further out from here and had 400 clocks in his house, and he had an open door. People used to come and visit them all the time.
Yeah, you got one. Caught a cookie. That's what they look like. That's the one there.
Okay. We had ones like that, our one with the eyes.
Tired, I need to wind it up.
Tired.
Tired.
You don't know the guy's got some energy left, so you got halfway
They're
around.
saying that before the Industrial Revolution, perceptions of time were generally hazy, and most people had no idea of the time. But once the Industrial Revolution started, that was all changed, because people had to behave and organise themselves in a new way. And so it meant they had to be at factories at certain times. So knocker-uppers were employed to rouse sleeping people so they get to work on time. But then obviously after that they agreed to create clocks.
That's what you found.
Braille pocket watch. I have to read this out especially for Julie. Ex-serviceman Colin Adrian Cohan. He was studying law when he was called up for service. He was wounded and sent to London for treatment. And obviously he returned to university to complete his law studies, but he's created a Braille pocket watch. There it is here, I've got a picture of it with the Braille dots around all the 12 numbers. They said he had residual vision after the war, but he was known to be a penchant for punctuality. So
The next day we hopped on the bikes and hunted out a cycle track that went round the river / estuary part of the boat storage. We're at the Waterman's World Cafe here, which is pretty cool. Full of surfboards.
Where did you guys just come over from?
Oh, we just went on boat down at Port Nika. I thought we'd go for a
Oh, nice. Is this the first time you've here?
We wharf out here. Found a seat.
Yep.
We see the Hundertwasser Centre is open, so this is a good opportunity to go and have a look inside and take you with us. Note that none of the floor tiles are level.
Master Art Centre was thought about with a group of people, started construction 2018 and finished in 2022, and it was built on the back of Provincial Growth Fund money. This is a model of what we're in now. So Hundertwasser was originally a painter, but in the early 1850s he focused on architecture. He expressed his rejection of rationalism of the straight line and the so-called functional architecture. So in other words, nothing's straight.
He's just been for the toilets at Kawakawa. This is Hundertwasser's home, built with bottles and a green roof. Hundertwasser sailed on the ship to Italy. It was his home for 10 years. He loved the nautical life. This is the boy with the green hair. So we've left the gallery now and come up onto the green roof where his tiling continues. There's also a tower with a lookout. here we can look down on the lovely tile fountain and the ramp that goes up into the building. Boy, it must have taken a lot of time for all these tiles to be laid by the workers.
That's quite cool.
Do they?
Get some of the stairs. That's what I really wanted.
We stopped at the Divine Indian restaurant for pizza, which should be coming soon. We've been to some op shops and we've been to Kmart. Where else have we been? Coffee shop.
Along the waterfront, yep. We went to a favourite coffee shop along the river, well, estuary I suppose it is it?
Yeah. We've also checked out the Johnson's Engineering, where we're taking the camper tomorrow to get us new fuel filter and hopefully make it all go fast again. So anyway,
There we go.
pizza.
Pretty yummy. Sitting outside watching all the cars go by.
We'll leave you here. The good news is that the camper was all fixed. The agents did a great job fixing it, and they even gave me a spare fuel filter. It was just water in it. So we'll catch you next time.